What up, YouTube? This is what we got going on today. This is gonna be part one of the Fiberwerx Fiberglass install. So we got this damaged fender, and what we're gonna do is cut this panel off and toss it out. I drilled out the spot welds with the Harbor Freight kit. Did these and the ones up here. All these up here. So what I'm gonna do next is cut this along this line that I already drew on here, and that's gonna release this outside fender, and we're just gonna keep the inside. So let me get to that. So this is what it's gonna look like pretty much. We still gotta trim a little bit, but we'll do that once it's on the truck already. So this is the inside piece, and then this is the over fender that we're gonna put on. So I'm not sure about removing this yet, but we'll get to that once it's installed on the truck. And this is all we removed so far. So let me do the other side, and then I'll put you back up. Alright, so I'm gonna start removing the front end on the truck. Get rid of the grill, the bumper, the fenders, and I'm gonna get to the radiator support. Replace that with the one I had showed in the previous video. So this is what I got going on so far. It's not bolted up, but this is how it would sit. So you can see why we needed this inner skin also, besides it being support, since the fiberglass is just gonna go on top. But the battery box sits on top of this, and you know, it has some mounting points for a couple of things, and it also bolts up here in the front. So I guess I'm gonna start removing the radiator support and get that off. So we got it close enough now. We were pulling it with this ratchet strap tied up to this tree. Took a couple of attempts, but we got it done. So now you see this gap right here. Before, you were able to fit almost 2 fingers in here. All right, YouTube, so now I'm putting on the fenders, and we were able to solve our issue with the radiator support. It was the actual mounting point that was the problem, this piece here that's welded onto the chassis. So what we did is we removed this mount that's up here. We hooked our ratchet strap to the actual hole right here where the mounting thing sits, and we started pulling it. All right, YouTube, so I'm done putting on the fenders. So you can see this is pretty much all we cut off. I cut this lower piece off because we're not gonna need it, and I cut the little edge off. So we're gonna still sand them down and paint them, because you're gonna be able to see it from underneath. But for now, it's just a test fitting. Fenders, we sanded them down. We just didn't record the process. All we did is use some 600 grit sandpaper and scuffed up the fenders, and we're setting up the paint booth inside the Jeep. We picked up this 3M masker, hand masker from Lowe's and some tape, and we're gonna use it as a little paint booth. For the outside parts that are gonna show, we're gonna use semi-gloss from Rust-Oleum, the paint and primer. And for the inside, for the engine bay, we're gonna use the Ultimate High Gloss black. It's just gonna give it a better look on the inside. Alright, so I'm mocking up this fender already. Driver's side. And I didn't even show you the process of sanding these down because all the fenders are going to be different. But as you can see, I already have the skins bolted up, all the hardware. And you do need to retain this piece because it'll bolt up to your fenders up here. So what I'm doing is just clamping them down, kind of mocking it up with the hood a little bit. So you can see I already have this side done. It needs some adjustment. I need to fix this piece and bring out this fender a little more, and also adjust the hood a little bit. All right, so I cut you guys off because I was having some fitment issues. So what I found out is that the best way to do it is put the headlight on, put the fender on, and guide yourself with the headlight. As you can see, it's a little bit off right here, but it's as close as I could probably possibly get it. So, you know, once all these are bolted, and don't tighten them too much because these fiberglass fenders do crack. And I have to adjust this. Pretty much just lift it up a little higher, put the bolt underneath, but it's coming along. What I'm gonna do now is start working on this headlight. All the tabs are broken already, so I'm gonna make all the brackets for it. I'm gonna bolt it up, and then I'm gonna start guiding myself on this fender again. So aluminum flat, 1/8 by 3/4. So I cut enough just to make this little bracket. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pretty much try to copy this. I'm gonna rivet this piece onto the headlight. So I'm gonna drill some holes here, rivet it on, and then I'm gonna drill some holes here to bolt it up to the hopefully stock location on the fenders. And this piece right here is from the stock headlight that broke off, so I just cleaned it up a bit. Clean this piece off, and I'm gonna JB weld it just to give me a rough idea of where the headlight should fit. And then I'm gonna readjust these fenders. Alright, so I drilled this first hole right here with the new hole on the headlight right here, and then the headlight actually had this hole already, so I drilled the second hole, and I'm gonna put... Alright, so I got the headlight mounted. I'm just clamping it down for now, and I'm trying to see that everything lines up. Since I'm gonna be JB welding this, I kind of made sure that this bolt was centered. I tightened it up a bit, and then this bracket hopefully is a little bit centered, and pretty much everything looks like it's lining up. It's a little bit off, but I mean, could be expected on fiberglass. This one's perfect. I'm gonna try to get this one perfect just a tiny bit. Doesn't want to focus. This is how it looks with the Fiberwerx Fiberglass fenders. Hope you guys liked the video. Like, comment, smash the subscribe button, hit the little notification bell, and we'll get to the rear fenders sometime this week. We'll catch you in the next video.